Welcome to K-Jink Production with the K-Jink staff. To let you know, this is Raging to the Cage. It's just me, your boy Danny from K-Jink. I want to mention the second rounds. They are a great podcast show. Check them out with their social media. I have their social media links underneath this video. They are pretty much based out in Florida and New York. They're pretty cool with the geeky culture and then talking about sports and especially wrestling and today's what's going on. Pop fiction, pop culture. So, today, for me, I'll talk about from sports, of all sports, is going to be wrestling, because that seems to be going on a lot lately since COVID-19 started. I would like to talk about basketball, football, baseball, boxing, whatever. But wrestling seems pretty interesting for the past 2 months, 3 months. Well, NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling, haven't shown anything for about 2 months. But, you had a little bit of MLW, and even though NWA stopped having live shows, they went ahead and gave you past TV series shows they had a year ago. I understand. I was looking at some the past 2 months. Then, TNA Impact Wrestling was doing their thing, but they stopped for a little bit, and then they do their thing, and then they have a bunch of pre-recorded stuff already. Then, AEW is doing their thing, and WWE is doing their thing. They had a lot of great wrestlers. And, some of the wrestlers from WWE was fired about a month and a half. And, it's, what they call it, Black Wednesday. And then, like, every week or every other week, you hear somebody's getting let go from NXT, from SmackDown brand, Raw brand. But you know what? I wonder how the Iconics still around, because they haven't done a damn thing. But all of a sudden, they showed up last week. And, it's like, what the hell, man? What are they doing back? But another thing is that Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, it's not the greatest. Because I tell you, NXT is so much better. I wish we could have more NXT, honestly, than the regular SmackDown and Raw brand. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. The NXT brand is so much better than the original SmackDown and Monday Night Raw brand. But the Money in the Bank or Money in the Bank up the roof, that was quite interesting. That last pay-per-view, I liked it a lot because Drew McIntyre retained his title. Bayley retained her title. I think going to have pushed that Sasha Banks versus Bayley sometime later this year. But most of all, the women's Money in the Bank story ended so well. On Monday, you saw Asuka came out, and she didn't just win the Money in the Bank contract. She won the actual title because Becky Lynch went ahead and said she's giving her the title because she is pregnant. I was like, that's the coolest thing. That was the best thing I've seen from Raw the past week. It's like, cool, we doing this, Then, Undisputed Era, they doing their thing, they're kicking ass. I wish they actually showed them in WrestleMania. It would have been cool they had their faction versus another faction or another group of guys who just want to face them from SmackDown and Raw brand. It would have been kind of cool. But, AEW is doing their thing too. And, I have to hand it to them. They're still, abiding the rules as Vince McMahon is abiding his rules, his own certain way. They got approval to do wrestling during the past 2 months. While they're here in Florida, and, they have very strict rules going on in Florida for, social distance. But everybody's in together for it, Oh, look at Big E. I'm telling you, he need to become champ someday. But yeah, it's crazy that we have all this great wrestling going on. And tomorrow, May 23rd, we have Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley will be facing our Brody Lee. It's crazy. I think Brody Lee is not going to win. Some type of disqualification is going to happen. I believe that you can't have him winning. He's going to win that title too fast. It's like, let's give every former WWE person to get a belt. I feel like he's not going to win it. Then you have Cody Rhodes versus Lance Archer. And, this double or nothing is pretty cool. I like how they did their TNT TV championship tournament. And I believe Cody Rhodes will win. Lance Archer will flip out. He'll hit Mike Tyson or Jake the Snake would hit him, and then you have Mike Tyson versus Lance Archer. Something like that. Then Inner Circle versus The Elite. Stadium Stampede. I could tell you that this is going to be awesome. I don't know who's going to win it. Maybe the Inner Circle. Then you have your Casino Ladder Match. Ooh, this is quite interesting. I guess they're their own version of Money in the Bank ladder match or something, but I think it's the answer to TLC. I feel like Luchasaurus will win that match. Then we have MJF versus Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy. You know? It would be awesome Jungle Boy win this, but MJF might end up winning that match. We have Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida. No disqualification. Nyla Rose is going to win this match. I believe she's going to win this match. We have Britt Baker versus Chris Stanley. We don't know if they're going to continue this match because she got injured the last couple of days. And there's a rumor they might cancel this match, or, you know, they might go ahead and replace it with another match out there. Yeah. So, AEW Double or Nothing, May 23rd is going to be interesting. I know they're going to have Shawn Spears versus Dustin Rhodes. Then they're going to have a pre-show before the whole pay-per-view started. They're going to have Private Party versus Best Friends. Those are pretty good matches. I don't know who's going to win out of those two. It's going to be interesting. And shout out again to Second Rounds. They've been doing a podcast for now, 4 or 5 years, but gotten big the last 2.5 years. I've been on this show here on Florida Edition. Been here on Florida Edition before Tommy. Tommy is the one who introduced me to Second Rounds. And now he started his own podcast with another friend, Just Wrestling Fans. And, you know, I was talking to him a couple of days ago. I'm like, hey, I don't know who's going to win all these matches at NXT that's coming up, but I don't know who's going to face Adam Cole for that title. Adam Cole versus... All right, it's Killshot who should go ahead and face off Adam Cole. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, this guy been around for, 10 years. I mean, he started training in 2008. And, you know, he got his big break in 2012. I can't believe nobody would not suggest him. You watched him back in the days in his indies before he joined NXT. You know him as Killshot Lucha Libre. He was even in Combat Zone Wrestling. He was an MLW champion. He was a CZW World Heavyweight Championship contender, and he won it. And yes, it is Isaiah Scott. Swerve, whatever you want to call him, but he is Shane Strickland, Swerve Nation. If you cannot go behind Swerve Nation, you have no idea who is Swerve. Swerve been doing this thing for a long time. He faced a lot of great wrestlers in the Lucha Libre, MLW. He faced on Matt Riddle, beat Matt Riddle to get the MLW championship. I don't know what else you guys want from this guy. This guy been doing his thing. I watched this guy's live from back in 2018 at MLW, winning that title. And then the year after, he went into NXT. And now it's like, dude, what are you doing? They need to give him his shot. This guy is a CZW World Heavyweight. He's a Defy Championship. He is Evolve Championship. He is a GXW Respected Championship. This guy has done his thing. I don't know who or else should go against Adam Cole, but this guy need a push. You tell me why not if you disagree with me. Peace out, guys. Thank you for listening.